Hello, this is Colleen Pearl the Cool Crone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be the April Tarotscope for the sign of Sagittarius. So this is the April reading for Sagittarius, and I'm using the Hermetic Tarot, and I'm using the Mystic Sisters Oracle cards. All right, so let's start with week 1, and then we'll do week 2, 3, and 4, then we'll read the Oracle card. So in the first week of the month Sagittarius, you have a lot going on. Some things are going to be incredibly easy, and certain things are just going to be almost impossible to achieve. That's what is indicated by this card, the Eight of Swords. You have a lot of activity here. Swords are communications, thoughts, projects, words, things coming at you. But as you see the way the circle is laid out, the swords are all pointing towards the rose, and the rose is overlapping these concentric circles, but we don't see all of the concentric circles. So certain things are just not going to pan out in this first week of April. In addition, it shows that you could be using too much force to do and try to accomplish certain things in your life. So it's like you're using a sledgehammer when really all you need is a nail file. Like just way too much force to try to accomplish things. And again, that might be because certain things are easy and certain things are very difficult. Not everything is going to get done in this week, but you may be very impulsive at this time. You may be very fond of giving and receiving, very generous, but you can also be very selfish. So it's a weird combo of energies that's starting out the month. Then we have the card that in this deck is called The Last Judgment, not just Judgment. And the subtitle of the card is The Spirit of the Primal Fire. And in this we have some issue of judgment coming into being. So there's going to be some sort of final decision, a judgment, some sort of a determination, or your own atonement happening in this first week of April. Then we come to the Magician, the Magus of Power. I didn't show you the Last Judgment. So the Last Judgment is a really intricate card. It's showing you the rabbi blowing the shofar. It's showing you the phoenix rising up. It's showing you the symbol for Uranus in the top corner. It's showing you the symbol for air. Is that air? Yeah, the symbol for air. So it's just showing you a lot of interesting symbolism here, saying that, you know, the final atonement, the final judgment. This card can also mean rejuvenation, you know, but I think mainly you have to take stock, and in order to take stock, someone outside of yourself is telling you they're making the final judgment, they're making the decision, and because of that decision, that helps you understand what you've done in the world, what your role has been, and from that you can choose to rejuvenate. Then we come to the Magician. In the Magician, this means that you have great skill. You're able to adapt to things quite easily. You're very original. You have a lot of self-confidence and power. You're able to manipulate the elements in order to create or manifest what you want. So in the first week, it looks like there is a lot going on, and you will have this judgment, and yet you are the Magician, so you will be able to probably rejuvenate, probably bring yourself out of whatever you're in. Very interesting. So it's not going to be a loss of any kind for that first week. It's just going to be a lot going on. In the second week, we have The Six of Cups, the Lord of Pleasure. So we have all these flowers in this card, and every flower is feeding or getting water or sending water to one of these cups. So what this means is that there's a great deal of give and take. There's contentment, there's pleasure, there's past memories, there's nostalgia, there's steady gain. So it's a really positive card for you, Sagittarius. It does have the sign of Scorpio on here. So I don't know if there's somebody in your past who is a Scorpio that may be coming back into your life. But the next card is the Lovers. And let's look at that one closely. Children of the Voice Divine. So in this card, we see Andromeda chained to a rock, and we see Perseus drawing his sword to protect her against the dragon. And in this card in the upper right is the sign for Gemini. And this card is actually linked to another card that is in your reading, which is Temperance, number 14, which is a card for Sagittarius. And the Lover's card also pertains to Sagittarius. The bow and arrow at the upper center. And the Lover's card also pertains to Sagittarius. I guess via the bow and arrow right above her wrist there. So the Lover's card in this deck is, similar but different from what the Rider-Waite deck is. It is about inspiration. It is about love, but also motivation, beauty, action, impulse, and harmony. So it's a really interesting card to have in your second week, and it comes between the Six of Cups, which shows a Scorpio, and the Queen of Wands, the Queen of the Thrones of Flames. So it could be that there's a relationship thing happening here. We will see. So the Queen of Wands is the Queen of the Thrones of Flames, and she is meaning adaptable, steady force, sympathetic, understanding when she wants to be. So this is a very powerful woman. So Sag, if you are a powerful woman, then this is you. Or even if you're not a powerful woman, this is telling you that you are actually a powerful woman. And the Lovers here and the Six of Cups with the Scorpio on it would tend to inform me that after this difficult first week of April, that you may be coming into a much more harmonious relationship with somebody who could be of Scorpio sun sign or Scorpio rising or Scorpio moon. They could be coming into your life. And then we have the Temperance card up here at the beginning of the third week. So let's look at Temperance. This has got so much going on in it, this card. So this is the Temperance card, so you can see it here. And there's Capricorn is listed there, Sagittarius up in the corner, Scorpio is also there. So this Temperance card is a combination of forces. There's realization, moderation. So you are bringing something into reality, and combining all your forces for something great. That's a relationship. So this relationship that could be starting in April is really profound. It's a very deep relationship, I have the feeling. And then we come to the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles in this deck is about power and influence. It's about rank and nobility. It is about successful gain in material undertakings and being successful, but also being just. Also understanding that you are fortunate and helping others. And this card, I believe this is the card in the Rider-Waite that is the noble handing out money to the poor. So I do think it evolved into the card of generosity, but in this deck it is not that. It is showing success and material gain for you. So your own power and influence. So you're definitely being revived from whatever happened in this first week. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is traditionally a card of a lot of activity, swiftness. It's called the Lord of Swiftness. And in this card, in this deck, it says that it is excessive force, rapid rush, violence, swiftness, courage, boldness, freedom, warfare, violence, love of open air, field sports, and generosity. So I'm going to say that this third week has you really settling into quite a dynamic relationship that is really challenging and yet really meaningful, really rewarding for you. So even though there could be some conflict brought in here by the Eight of Wands, I think that it's a meaningful relationship for you. And then we come to the fourth week, the Princess of Cups. Princess of the Palace of the Floods. And this says this is the earthy part of water. Wow. Sweetness, poetry, gentleness, reflective, kind, dreamy, imaginative. So this feels like Venus in Pisces. Is there Venus in Pisces on here? No, but everything about it is Venus in Pisces. So this card is showing you the side of you that is dreamy, is romantic, is artistic, is in love, is reflective, kind, imaginative. So in other words, you have to retreat after this activity of the third week. So you have a lot of activity the first week, then you have this kind of bolt of lightning relationship starting. Then you have the realization that the relationship itself is somewhat challenging, and then you have another retreat. And then we have the Eight of Cups after, oh wow, it goes Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Princess of Cups. There are a lot of cups in this reading for you. There's 4 cups in this reading for you, one of which is the Princess of Cups. So yeah, relationship, I do think, is the order of the day for you, Sagittarius. I think there is some new relationship coming for you. Let's see if the Eight of Cups in this deck is much different than in other decks. And this is called the Lord of Abandoned Success. So this says temporary success, things thrown away as soon as gained, things thrown aside as soon as gained, nothing of lasting value, indolence in success, journey from place to place, searching for riches, instability. But then it's followed by the Nine of Cups. So there is something that you throw away. There is something that you walk away from, but you are also quite cognizant of how much wealth or happiness you actually still have, because this card is the Lord of Material Happiness. So this card is saying complete realization of pleasure and happiness, self-praise, vanity, conceit, taking much of yourself, yet kind and lovable, high-minded, not easily satisfied by small and limited ideas, apt to be maligned through too much self-assumption, good and generous but foolish nature. So very interesting, Sag. There's just so much going on in this month. Oh, I'm so sorry. The cards are not really showing well on the screen, are they? They're a little crooked too. Let me do this so that you can see more of. So now they're all really in line. Wow, really interesting, Sagittarius. I hope you will leave me some comments down below and let me know if this is hitting the mark or not of what's going on. But it's a complicated month. It's a very, very complicated month. And the oracle card that we pulled for you is the Dryads. So this is about wisdom and grounding. Dryads are tree spirits, and they are assigned to the tree as the tree is growing, from a seed is becoming a tree, and they stay with the trees until the tree dies. And this is telling you to get out in nature and to use nature as a way to ground yourself and also to relax and get back to your spiritual self, to tune in to the messages of the universe through nature. So I think this card, along with this reading, really is saying you have to tune into yourself, Sagittarius. You have to listen to your own messages, and you have to go with what you think is right. That things won't always go smoothly, but that's not the point of your life. The point of your life is to learn things. When things are not going smoothly, you are in fact learning life lessons. And that's really the only time you learn life lessons, is when things are not going smoothly. You don't learn a life lesson from just having a good first date. But you do learn a lot of life lessons when you go through relationships that are challenging, because it asks you to believe in yourself and to be your own advocate, to stand up for yourself and to not allow others to take advantage of you, but also to be grateful when you are in a relationship with somebody with whom you are really simpatico, somebody with whom you really can communicate and cooperate and have trust and union. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.